What are you doing?
That face. This was just placed here. It's a sign.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. All right, what's going on, everyone? So as you saw, we got some groceries. It wasn't really a full grocery haul, so we didn't really show you what we all got, but next time we do a big grocery haul, we'll show you everything, give you some ideas of what sort of foods you can get. But that being said, going and getting some good, like, healthy groceries is going to be one of the first things you're gonna want to do. Really important to either A, get rid of, you know, a bunch of the junk food lying around your house that you know you normally overindulge in, or B, at least make it really inconvenient for yourself, so hide it away in the back of the cupboard or, you know, up top somewhere, and make sure your healthier foods are around, they're available, and they're convenient, and that'll make it a lot more likely for you to actually, you know, eat those foods rather than the junk.
That includes pop, chips,
cookies,
all that
muffins,
kind of stuff. All that kind of stuff. Unless you're like me and you just need a little tiny something, I will have like a dark chocolate in the drawer and I can have one piece and I'm good. Where this one will eat the whole damn peanut butter jar.
Yeah, most people, you know, even if you say you're gonna limit yourself, most people won't be able to.
So just get rid of it.
So yeah, it's usually easier to just kind of hide it away, or yeah, get rid of it entirely and get yourself some healthier alternatives. In today's video, we just want to make sure that you guys are getting set up properly to be successful over this transformation with us. The first step to kind of starting a fitness plan is to figure out exactly where you're at. So you want to take, you know, your weight, your body measurements, some photos, because you need to know where you're starting from in order to figure out where you're going to go. So we're going to take you through, I want to show you the free program that I've designed with this, that you guys can download on the site if you haven't already. The link's in the description below. And I just want to run you through the program, make sure you know what it all includes, and then we'll go through the measurements with you guys and do our kind of starting point. And then we're gonna set some goals as to what we want to accomplish over these 12 weeks. And then that way you guys can follow along, you can do your starting measurements and all of that, and figure out some goals for yourself. If we take a look at the computer here, we have the female wedding shredding routine opened up. So you can see Tabby's already done the lower body workout, week 1, you can track it all in here. And then week 1 of the upper body workout. And then there's also day 3 is a full body workout. So that she hasn't gotten to yet, but that will be coming up soon. And then if you look down at the bottom here, there's this tab that says daily weigh-in. So this is where you can track your body weight and then your macros. So we're gonna show you how to actually track your nutrition and calculate that later on in this video. But we just want to show you that you can track your weight here, you can track all of your nutrition here, and that's going to help to keep you accountable and make sure you're improving week after week. The last tab down here, it's called weekly measurements. So this is where you can actually measure your body measurements. So, you know, there's a column for chest, shoulders, waist, hips, arms, thighs, and calves. And so you just kind of go to the date. These you will track each week. It's best to do at the end of the week. You can just take your body measurements, enter them in here, and then these graphs on the right here will kind of automatically populate when you update your measurements, and you can see how your body's changing and exactly where your body's changing. Because if you're only looking at your weigh-ins, your weight is going to fluctuate day to day. You really want to only look at, you know, a weekly average. So say this 7 days compared to the next 7 days. And that's going to give you a more accurate kind of overall picture of where the direction of your weight is heading. And then with the measurements, you can figure out exactly, you know, where you're losing weight and that sort of thing. So you can see how your body composition is improving rather than getting hung up on just what the scale says.
The measurements and the weekly pictures will be what is going to show you that, oh my gosh, that's changed so much, and motivate you to do more and more and more.
The weigh-ins are helpful in order to give you an indication of what direction you're heading, but it's not the be-all end-all. Ultimately, you want to look at the bigger picture of your weight changes, your body measurement changes, and your photos. So the photos are going to be huge because it's very, very hard to tell the differences in yourself when you're looking at yourself in the mirror every day. But if you have pictures from, you know, week 1 compared to week 4, and you put them right side by side, you're going to be able to see huge changes in those, and that's going to be the most motivating thing ever in terms of keeping you committed to your workout plan. All right, what's going on, everyone? We are going to do our measurements now. So all you need for this is a scale. Take your body weight. It's pretty self-explanatory. You step on the scale, it tells you how much you weigh. So we both weighed ourselves in the morning. I was 210.8 and you were
138.2.
Yeah, so with that, we're just gonna enter that on the Excel sheet in that daily weigh-in measurement log. And then we'll show you after we're done. The next thing you'll need is one of these fabric tape measures. You can get them at like the dollar store, Walmart, super cheap.
Or you can just be like me and steal it from your mother. I'm pretty sure it says over diet.
Yeah, so that, and then the last thing you'll need is something to take photos with. So, you know, we just use our phone, and that's everything you need. So for going over the measurements, guys, you're gonna wanna take your shirt off and likely be in some sort of like athletic shorts, something you would normally work out in. So we'll go through the measurements. For women, it's best to have like tight fitting clothing, or you know, like a sports bra and some tights or some short shorts would be ideal. When you look at the measurement log, the first measurement is the chest. So you can either do these measurements yourself or you can get someone to help you with them. I generally just do them myself because it's easier and someone's not always awake when I'm having to do my measurements. So
I like sleep.
for the guys, you want to do the chest measurement is basically right about at the nipple line here. And so you just want to measure straight across there, and you don't want to bring your lats out or anything like that, just kind of relaxed, and you measure it around. So here I'm 45 3/4. And then for women, it's the exact same. So you would go, you know, kind of under the armpits, right around the bust, and get the measurement there. And then the next one on there is the shoulders. So for that, you're gonna want to, you can do this yourself. It's easier if you have someone else. So you're just gonna stand there with your arms at your side, and then you're gonna take the measurement all the way around your back from shoulder to shoulder. And so here you can see she's at 41 3/4. So that would be the measurement she would write down. The next one is the waist. So this is where the measurement is going to be a little bit different than what you'd think. For guys, normally when we're thinking about our waist, it's where our pants sit. But in terms of body measurements, you want to actually take the measurement right about at your navel, your belly button. So you'd go right across here. Mine is 34 1/4. And for women, you want to take the measurement right above the hip bones. So it's going to be a little bit higher.
It's where your body goes into your hourglass.
Yeah, it'll be the leanest, like the narrowest part across your upper body. So here, she's just at 28. The next is the hips. And so with this, you're just going basically around the butt and around the front here. So this is where it's best to have as minimal clothing as possible, because any sort of extra fabric is obviously going to increase that measurement. So you can either, you know, do it in some tight fitting shorts, or you can just, you know, pull your pants down for a bit and
That's what he does.
yeah, and take the measurement. So here with my shorts, I'm at about 42 1/2. And for women, it's the exact same. So you go right around kind of the biggest part of the booty and come around the front, and she's at 37 3/4. The next is the arms. These I like to do flexed. You just want to take them consistently each week. So if you're gonna flex one week, make sure you're flexing every week for the measurements, otherwise they're gonna be off. Right around the biggest part of the bicep peak and the tricep, it's right at about 17. For women, it's the exact same thing. She is at 11. For the legs, you're gonna wanna hike up the shorts, do right in the middle of the thigh. Just kind of keep your legs relaxed and keep even weight distribution on them. And then you're gonna measure right at about mid-thigh here. So mine is coming up right around 26.5. For women, the exact same thing. The last measurement is the calf. So you're gonna just go around the biggest part of your calf. And ideally, you're gonna do this while your foot's on the ground again. But here it's measuring in 16.5, so that's what I'm gonna write down. So we're gonna enter those measurements in, and then we'll show you once we have it filled in so you guys can see what it looks like. With the photos, you wanna do a front facing photo, a side profile, so either side, and then a back. And then that way, you'll be able to get a good understanding of exactly how your body's changing and where, and you'll be able to see kind of that full 360 change. In terms of actually taking the progress photos, the best place to take them is right up on a window ledge like this. So you set the phone there, you stand facing the window, and then that way it's gonna bring in a ton of natural light and you'll be able to see as much kind of your body as possible. So we're gonna do ours. We're gonna get our starting measurements and everything. We're gonna enter them in the log, and then we'll show you what that looks like. And you guys can do your starting updates, and then each week we will go over these again with you guys, and you guys can kind of see how we progress, and you guys can keep track of your progress as well. We're back, we got the measurements done, the photos, so we'll just show you quickly. So here's the progress photo. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so back, side, front. And then we did the body measurements and the weight. So if you look at the log here, these were the macros from yesterday. So 99 protein, 176 carbs, 52 fat. So in total, it was about 1,600 calories. We'll zoom in a little bit here. So about 1,600 calories. So Tabi's gonna want to eat a little bit more. Ideally, she should be getting a little bit more protein. The rest of them are pretty good. And then today's weight was 133.2, so that's entered there on the 19th. And then we go down to the measurement log, and here is today's measurements. So we have the chest measurement here is 34, shoulders 41, waist 28, hips 37.75. Left arm and right arm are the same here at 10.75. Here you'll see the thighs, there's actually a bit of a difference. So the right thigh is 1/4 inch bigger than the left, and that's completely normal. Same with the calf. You're gonna have a dominant side, so it's normal for one measurement to be bigger on one side than the other. So you saw we entered in the measurement log. We have our starting point. So you guys, I really strongly encourage you to do this as well. Get your starting point figured out so that you can track your progress, and it's gonna be a huge motivator and gonna help you stay on track. Now next, we're going to go over how to set up your nutrition so that you guys know how much you should be eating, what sort of foods, and that sort of thing. And you guys can get everything set up and be ready to do your best over this transformation. So we're going to move to the little whiteboard here, and I'm going to show you how to set up your nutrition.